How's things, buddy?
I'm doing fine, man. Thank you for asking. Just hanging at home, trying to get my foot healed up. Oh, I had a little accident in Munich, which I had shattered my right ankle in a accident when I fell off of the back of a golf cart going back to my tour bus, and I had to have surgery on my ankle, and so I missed the remainder of the European dates, and so I had to get this surgery and get home and get rested so I could make the Mayhem tour in Australia without a hitch.
Yeah. Oh, well, good to hear you healing up. You're not going to be jumping off any speaker stacks anytime soon, though?
No, I'll be pretty much in a seat on stage for at least a couple of weeks, and then have to take it really easy for like the next year.
Oh man, that sucks, but good that it's healing up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm lucky that it happened in a city like Munich, where there's just amazing doctors, and the surgeon performed a flawless. The surgery was just flawless, and I have screws, I have plates in my ankle, and my specialist back here in Maryland in Annapolis, just said how flawless and how great of a job they did. So, hey, I lucked it out,
It leads us into interview about Hellyeah coming to New Zealand and Australia. With Blood for Blood out now, and this is an album that you did, principally most of the music writing on. Has that changed the way that maybe you approach your performance live, given that you maybe have a bit more ownership these days?
I think what it's changed more so live is I think we've realized what we really want to do. This is a record that, myself, I wanted to write from the very beginning, and I think Todd wanted to write this as well, but it took us 4 albums to get there, and personnel changes to be able to pull it off. And for me, it's more liberating, playing the songs off of Blood for Blood, because it's exactly the type of music I like to play. It's like the music I like to think that I would write naturally, and the fans seem to feel the same way. The band, we all feel the same way, and I think the biggest change for us live is the fact that if you want to play nothing but Blood for Blood, maybe very few songs from the past, So we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, okay. So, New Zealand audiences that are going to come along, I mean, it's been the last time you were here was on the first album tour.
Yeah, I think it was in 2007, right?
Yeah.
That was the last time we were in New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We ended up drinking with Sebastian Bach and his band backstage after the show. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah, I remember. That was, I do remember that, actually.
Yeah, because I was in the band that supported you guys.
Oh, you were in a band that was actually supporting us back then?
Yeah. We opened for you guys at Studio that night.
Oh, wow, man, how wild. That's small world, man. Are you going to be, so I expect you to be at the next show that we play down there then.
Oh, shit, yeah, man, I'll be there, don't you worry about that. I'll be there. Looking forward to it. But sorry, what I was going to say, Tom, is I guess you've kind of answered a half of it. But what sort of set can we expect? It's going to be pretty much all the new stuff, yeah.
Oh yeah, ever since we got Christian and Kyle in the band, the caliber of musicianship has just went skyrocketed. The band is tighter than it's ever been. It's more powerful. The energy is 10 times what it's ever been, and it's really ironic, because not a lot of bands, can kind of make that transition from a whole new set of rules. You know what I mean? And we kind of set our own rules and no expectations, but just kick ass. And it's when we get down there, man, it's going to be mostly stuff off the new record. Yeah, I'm sure we'll play a couple songs from the first album, and maybe something off of Stampede, maybe not. Maybe something off of Band of Brothers, maybe not. I don't know, but We're just going to come and just shred it, man. It's going to be awesome.
This feels to me, when I first heard Blood for Blood, this is, I've got to say, it's the heaviest record you've done and probably the most serious record. I mean, I think you've referred to it as party rock kind of anthems. Got beer and boobs type anthems, college campus type anthems that you've done in the past maybe, but that's all gone, and there is a more darker, harder edge to Blood for Blood and what Hellyeah is about now.
Absolutely. I mean, it was fun, I guess. It was a novel thing. I think when, we first got together, our first record was, a lot of fun. It was like all these new phases and new energies, and we just kind of made that record on a whim pretty much, and it turned out killer. There was a lot of promise there. But I think, when we started kind of going in a direction of like, that party metal stuff, and kind of stereotyping ourselves. Personally, I wasn't very happy with it. It's not who I am. It's not what I represent. I kind of felt like I sold myself out a little bit, buying into that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, representation, and then, when it came down to this new record, yeah, it did. This is a much more savage record. It's much more serious. It is, because what makes it so serious is that it's honest, and it's a reflection of who we were at that moment. And there was no fucking party. You know what I mean? I've did it. I've done it, and I'm fucking bored with it. I want to kill and crush and bring people to their knees with sorrow and sadness and uplift them and make them feel liberated now musically. And with the other stuff, if it's just one note, man, it's like, all right, let's eat pizza again. Man, fuck that. Let's really give them something to ride. Bring them up and bring them down, and and make them just be honest. And I didn't feel like the last few records were. I mean, the last two albums in particular were 100%, if any, honesty was behind the music, and I think it really, this record just kind of snapped us and smacked us across our face and woke us up. It's like, okay, this is what we are. This is what we're supposed to fucking do. This is the record that the fans really wanted from us from the very fucking beginning, and embrace it. And let's just take it from here and get deeper and darker and wilder and just break it all into pieces, and that's exactly where we're going to go with the next record after this, man.
Great. It almost sounds like it's got a bit of a hardcore edge. Is kind of what I picked up with some of the riffs that you've written for this record.
Well, I am from Baltimore.
So a bit of a no-brainer on that one then.
Well, like I said, man, it's the music that I like to write, and it just comes from, just the score of the music. Chad obviously does all the lyrics, and he's brilliant at what he does, but for the last record, it was pretty much all me, and that's kind of what it's a reflection of who I am musically. I'm just, a Baltimore boy who just likes hardcore and also likes a lot of emotion in his music and a lot of melody, and we kind of finally made that catalyst move,
And how's the relationship with Greg particularly? I got the feeling that when the split first happened, it wasn't great, but then recently I've seen on your Facebook page, you're giving props to Audiotopsy, his new band. How is that relationship with you guys now?
Well, I really don't have a relationship with Greg. I don't think really any of us do, other than Chad probably. They've been together for so long. I wish Greg the best, but I just think that he needed to go the way he's going, and we need to be part ways with him. I think we would not have been able to go on as a band, with him and around, and the same with Bob, But with Audiotopsy, I really know nothing about the band other than Billy Keaton is a good friend of mine, their singer, and I love everything that he does. But as far as I know, I'm not, I doubt that Vinnie Paul has any kind of relationship with Bob or Greg anymore, the same. But I'm sure Chad has some kind of relationship with him, but I'm not sure to what extent.
You mentioned, you've had a bit of time out with your foot injury and the fact that, this album's been out a while now. So I'm picking that you've already been working on stuff for album number 2. How's that shaping up, and have you got a timeline?
Yeah, I'm working on some stuff. I call it, mining for risks, pretty much. I'm just getting out there and just kind of looking for hooks and just trying to get my head right. You really have to. For me, I really have to be in that moment, in that world. And I'm just kind of just jamming out and getting it together. Yeah, I think officially after we're done with Australia, New Zealand, I think we're going to just start really getting into pre-production and start writing, and then hopefully meet up with Kevin in November, December, and just start making the record. The next one.
Tom, just to finish then, in terms of your writing style and the fact you're now the main songwriter here, what do you do to put yourself in the right space to write this different direction of music for Hellyeah?
I tell you, man, I literally, I'm inspired by events that happen around me. Like, I could literally be in my living room and this fucking sad-ass commercial will come on TV, or like there'll be a song playing that inspires a certain energy inside me. I mean, it literally, like, music with me, it just happens with everything that's in my environment. Like, it makes me want to get up and, like, kind of almost lay out what I just experienced musically. So I have no idea where it's going to go, man. I mean, I know it's going to be fucking heavy, and I know there's going to be a lot of emotional, ups and downs and stuff, but I don't know. I want to go and approach it like we did the last record and just let it happen.
Tom Cat, we look forward to seeing you back down in New Zealand, man. And if you need a support band, Just One Fix, we're always happy to do it.
Okay, brother. Thank you so much.